Guys, welcome back to the Factory. Let's go again.
Let's just start with that. Fuck it. Let's just use that.
Still half a mouth of fucking tango.
Let me try. Let me try.
Let's
Guys,
go again.
welcome back to the Physique Factory Podcast. I'm your host, Conor Moran, and this guy is James Tilsley.
Well, I hope I am anyway.
I think he is anyway. He looks like him.
Yeah, how's it going?
Not bad. We were just talking about something that was quite interesting, which we're going to bring to the
That's
limelight.
why I'm gonna save the conversation for this. We're
Yeah.
just talking about what our favorite chocolate is, and I had a white chocolate Twix last night, which is I love white chocolate, but I don't think it's the best. It's not up there. It beats a lot of chocolate bars. The white chocolate Lion Bar, now that's something.
Yeah, I do like a white chocolate, but I don't know if I like a white chocolate lime bar that much. What I actually like a Milky Bar, and that's the dad in me coming out because like
That's,
Grace eats that shit. Yeah,
that,
yeah.
yes, that's the one. That Milky Bars are good.
Anything Kinder's actually pretty decent. You know, like a Kinder Bueno, ooh, they are pretty good.
And then you can start getting into like biscuits, like Biscoff and Oreo and things like that.
I'm not actually a big biscuit person, you know that.
To be fair, I don't normally just eat them. It's always in something else. Say if I get like the oats, sometimes I have instead of dark chocolate, I might fancy like Biscoff spread in it. So I whack some of that. It's the same calories, so fuck you. Don't judge me.
It's like we're health and fitness coaches. It's like, yeah, have a bowl of oats, great for your health. But yeah, shove some fucking biscuits in
Yeah, the whole fucking jug of Biscoff straight into it.
there.
Yeah, and then like when I get a sundae, I get like a Biscoff sundae because not Biscoff. Well, yeah, maybe that, but as well as like an Oreo sundae. So I like things like that. I don't just
Do,
eat Oreos or Biscoff biscuits just on their own. They're always in something.
do you have Sundays that often?
Yeah, I go to a place called Belgian Waffle, and they literally make the best sundae. The ice cream from there is fucking awesome. It's so good. It's so good.
It's just
And
like
they
the
do
biggest hypocrite in the world is like, right, clients, I've cut your calories, you're doing more steps. I'm away to get a fucking Sunday.
do big like tube waffles and just something else. I've never tried anything like it before. They're amazing.
Yeah, yeah. See, when like during my off season there, I was like to get the calories up because I was eating a lot of clean food throughout the day. I was having like half a bar of Galaxy Caramel every night, like half a share bar of that. Like, so I was going over to the shop like every second day to buy more of this. And like the woman's looking at me in the shop, she's like, "All right, another one of these." I'm like, "Look, I'm trying to gain muscle, right? And I need to eat a certain amount of calories, and this has got a lot of calories in it, right? So justify my actions." To
But
be
fair
fair,
enough.
sorry, on you go.
That's a good enough reason.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I was eating a lot of good food anyway. Eating a lot of like quote unquote clean food throughout the day. So yeah, that was just my little outlet at night. But see when you start prep then you've got to cut out half a bar of fucking Galaxy Caramel. Like that you miss that.
That's heavy, that isn't it?
Yeah. My way of handling that is actually been just having a can of juice. Like I'm having Pepsi Max Lime at the minute. So like
Oh,
when I like have my final meal of the day, I just drink
yeah,
that after it. It's almost like a treat.
yeah, it bloats you up and fills you up, doesn't it? But you know what? That's really underrated. I know you put it on your story the other day, but it's so underrated. The lime one of that, it's amazing, isn't it?
I think it's decent, especially like a cold can out the fridge. Like,
Yeah.
to be fair, I'm going to have one of them after this when I'm watching the Europa League final. Who do you think's
I
going
was
to win
just
that?
going to say that. Yeah, who've you got?
I'm saying Sevilla.
Yeah, it's got to be Sevilla. They're just too strong, especially they've won it like 8 times or something, haven't they, before? So
Yeah, but I could see it being like one of those nil-nils, like Jose Mourinho and what you call them, Roma, just sitting back
gonna
and
be
defending.
80% possession to Sevilla. They're gonna absolutely get hammered, take it to penalties, and then Tammy Abraham's gonna score the winning penalty.
Yeah, and then what you call him, Jose he'll get all the credit for it. To be fair, I still don't like that cunt for 2003 UEFA Cup final.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was before the fucking Champions League. Is that? Well, were it with
Yeah,
Porto?
yeah, they beat us 3-2 in the UEFA Cup final, and never forgave him. I was just 8 years old at the time, but it hurt.
Oh, brilliant! That's fucking mid.
I actually had like a official match program that someone had got me. Someone who went to see the game had got me. I scribbled out all the Porto players' names in it. I was raging. Remember Deco? It was like a big cross over his face.
Oh, fucking hell, amazing.
Fucking prick.
And then the next year they dicked us in the Champions League.
Yeah, they won the Champions League. They went the UEFA Cup right into the Champions League. Where did he go after that? Was his first job Chelsea?
Chelsea, yeah, went Chelsea, and then got sacked from there. Then it was what was it? Inter Milan. He
Yeah,
won the treble with Milan. Then he went Madrid, and then was it back to Chelsea after that? I think it was back to Chelsea after that.
Is that Tottenham for a bit as well?
Yeah, it was at United after Chelsea, and then went to Tottenham, and now is at Roma from there. So
Yeah.
it's been about.
But I see there's a lot of speculation about the Celtic manager going to Spurs.
Who's the Celtic manager again?
Ange Postecoglou.
Oh, of course, I knew he had a fucking mad name. Obviously,
Yeah.
he's good.
It was one of those ones that's like, if this guy's good, we'll learn his name, but if he's not, we won't know how to say
Yeah,
it.
but
But
you've got some Japanese players as well, haven't you?
yeah, we've got quite a few. Yeah, but like most of them are pretty decent to be fair. But like I don't know, like apparently Spurs are in for him. Apparently he's the favourite to go there, but I don't know, like most like Premier League fans in particular look down the Scottish League. So what's the chances of them actually looking at a Scottish manager? Like I know obviously Brendan Rodgers before, but he was proven in the Premier League before that anyway.
Well, Stevie G as well, but he's fucked it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has fucked it big time. And to be fair, like I was like winding one of my mates up one day, like about football, and Steven Gerrard signed 70 players for Rangers before he won the league. So I don't know if you can consider that a success. I mean, it was a success because he eventually won the league, but I don't know,
How long was he there for?
like 3 years or something.
Shit, that's mad. And he won the league in the last year.
Yeah, but like I don't know if you paid much attention to Scottish football that year, but that was as much Celtic's downfall as it was them being good. Like, oh, they were good too. Like they had a great season, but Celtic had a fucking horrific season too. So that obviously really helped. But I'm pretty sure Rangers went unbeaten in the league that year. So like it's you can't say that it was purely down to Celtic being shit, but it certainly helped their case.
Yeah. Do you know what I always think? I always think for some reason that Neil Lennon's still your manager.
He might be if Ange goes, that's it. They'll just get Neil Lennon back in for a third term.
Yeah, brilliant. Fucking
He
hell.
done
Yeah.
he
I
done
hope.
well the first time, to be fair. He got us to the last 16 in the Champions League. Like no other manager's done that in a long, long time.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah. I mean, he done that the first time, and then the second time he came back. Well, that was when we lost the 10 in a row. And to be fair, like he just got left a shit show from Brendan Rodgers. That was kind of Brendan
10 in
Rodgers'
a
fault.
row.
Was that?
You lost 10 in a row.
Well, we lost. We got 9 in a row, but we lost the 10th one. So like, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, of course you did. Yeah, the fucking the leagues. I wonder what you meant by that then. Yeah, I thought you lost 10 games in a row. I was like, no wonder he's got fucking sacked.
No, but like he got handed a shit show from Brendan Rodgers. So this is now the Physique Factory Football Podcast.
It should be, yeah. We need to get on talks, but we need to get Matt Goldbridge. Do you watch any of that? Or
No,
do you
I
know
don't. I don't.
he does the United stand and
Just
yeah, I watch that every day.
send us in your football related questions. We'll answer them.
Yeah, I'm a United fan and Connor is a Celtic fan. So there's a big game happening this weekend as well, and it's one of my clients' birthdays. He got invited out for it. He's got a table booked in Manchester at a sports bar, and it's going to turn into a fucking Western. He's got to go fucking apeshit in Manchester just because I don't know. The thing is, I expect to lose, but if United win, and obviously City fans, they want the treble, don't they? And they're probably expecting to win. So if we beat them, it's going to kick off big time in town.
But what's that? The FA Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, at
I
least
expect to lose. I'm just expecting the worst. You know what? I do like really. I don't know. I get my hopes up a little bit for United, and I do trust them. But it's just City, the best team in the world. You see what they did against Madrid?
yeah.
Could have
I
been.
really want to like Man United, but they do make it hard.
Oh yeah. Apparently it's like the most hated or disliked club in the world, or something like
Who,
that.
United?
Yeah, but it's like one of the most supported ones. I
Yeah.
think it's the most disliked one by the people who aren't United fans, obviously. So
Yeah, they are well widely supported to be fair. Like, but yeah, if I had to pick an English team, I'd probably pick them. But I won't lie to you, I once upon a time did own a Liverpool top. Torres, 9 on the back.
oh, it's terrible.
But I have also owned the Man United top as well, so I don't know what that says about me. I've not got any real loyalties in England.
That's like having a Barcelona and a Real Madrid sock, which I've had sometimes.
Yeah, I've
Probably
had
when it
both
was
of
like
them too, to
10
be
or
fair.
11. That's it. But if you went over to Spain, you'd probably get shot for that.
I'm not very loyal, to be fair, apart from Celtic, obviously. But there is
You got
another team on the verge of a treble. There is another team on the verge of a treble this weekend. We have got the mighty Inverness Cally Thistle in the Scottish Cup final.
Oh, you class that as a treble. Fucking hell.
Well, it's free trophy, so fuck you. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Might get beat. It's cup final. Anyone can win a cup final.
Well, it's Inverness though, isn't it?
Yeah, and Inverness aren't even in the top flight anymore. They're
Right,
they're in the
fucking hell.
championship, so yeah, we should be winning it. We
So,
should be. But yeah. So on to fitness related content. I mean,
how do we get into this?
well, who cares? Who cares? I'm sure. Like, we'll just go into conspiracy theories. People probably prefer that.
No, yeah, definitely. What's a good one? What is a good one?
Um, I feel like 9/11's overdone. It's like we all know that Bush done 9/11. We don't need to talk about that anymore.
What
Um,
about fitness related conspiracies?
right now we're on to something. What's a fitness related conspiracy theory?
There's a big one at the moment. Training at greater muscle lengths can produce more hypertrophy. Well, actually, there is something behind, but all I'd say is there's so many caveats to that.
Yeah,
And what's the person doing it? Can the person actually train at that muscle length, or what's the range they've got? What have they got any like? What are they training to like passive ranges? Does it mean training to passive ranges or in passive ranges training at greater muscle lengths? Obviously,
that's right.
training. So what does it even fucking mean, man?
Yeah, I mean that got deep really quick. I mean, try and think of an example of a muscle that you don't put into a lengthened range, but it still grows, like rec fem. Most
Yeah,
people don't put it into a lengthened range, do they?
then you think about it. Yeah, it's
Unless, like, a lot of people do a split squat, but it depends, I suppose, how you do that split squat.
exactly. Never really shifting the weight towards the back leg either.
Yeah, I mean, how often do you see that with a client? They do a split squat and like they start upright and then they just go like that, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're like taking the length out of that rec fem because it'll be tight as shit through there because they'll sit all day and do fuck all.
There's so many caveats to it, isn't
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I
What
think I think there's got to be something to it. I mean, when a muscle's on length, there's obviously more force production to it because you've got that passive tension as well, don't you? And like what that means, and this is a nice, easy way to explain that, is like active tension is obviously like contractile, right? But passive tension, like it would be there if you were dead. That's the way I got to explain to me.
that's it. They're basically coming from like the tendons and the ligaments and things like that.
Yeah, a dead body has passive tension, but it doesn't have any active tension.
Yeah, so if you literally let your arm pretty much flop, if you was dead, your arm like flop, say if you on your back or whatever, and then it can only go to a certain point, and then you can probably pull it a little bit further, couldn't you?
Yeah, yeah. So you were kind of getting into like kind of length tension relationship here, which maybe a bit deep, but like how would you easily sum that up?
A single sarcomere taken out of a body. That's it.
There's the
So
first thing, right? The length tension relationship. A lot of people get confused in it because we're talking about like short muscle. Well, we're not talking about short muscle lengths. We're talking about short and long sarcomere lengths. So sarcomere are
that's
just
we need to look at like the muscle, and that's it. All they've done the study is they're taking the muscle out of the body, but they can't really like are the what's it called where they all join up when we've got like there's a single one or there's a series of them. What's the word?
you get well what you mean is like they kind of build in parallel or series. Is that what you're talking about?
It's that, but not quite that. That's what I was going to say. So you got your series elastic component and your parallel elastic component, but that's loads of other shit. I'm trying to think of something else.
It's trying to keep it simple as well, like because like it took long enough for me to understand it. So if this is like if someone that's listening to this like isn't a PT or anything like that, or even if they are a PT, most PTs probably are like, what the fuck is a line tension relationship?
So all I'd say is length tension is when they go into the studies a lot, it's always a single sarcomere that's been taken out of the body and zapped, which basically shows it goes from weak, strong, weak. But when you look at it in a human body, we've got muscles which cross over two joints and some that only cross over one. So the ones that mainly cross over one, say we've got like the deltoid, that's going to go from, say, when we're at the bottom there, we're doing a lateral raise, we're going to go from strong to weak up there as it gets shorter. It's like that Velcro sort of thing. So the more
The more the sarcomeres like cross over, or the actinomycin, sorry, crosses over.
they get the actin myosin, that's just like the Velcro thing, is sort of like that. So the more they attach and cross over, the weaker they're going to get. But then you've got some muscles which cross over two joints, where it will go from pretty much like weak, strong, weak-ish. So you got things like again rec fem, like you said before, that's going to go like that depending on what position your hips in. So you
Yeah.
could do
But obviously you've kind of got into strength profiles as well with that when you're saying like kind of weak, strong, weak. So
that's the only way. That's when the muscle that's the muscle in the body, but there's more things than that.
yeah, yeah, because like when you get into strength profiles, you've got the muscles in Do you hear that? Is like that going to be in the recording, or can you not hear that?
What is it?
Dogs barking.
No, that's all right.
All right. Well, this mic is well worth its money then. It's quite loud, but like this mic must be like definite out. That's kind of what I bought it for, to be fair. But yeah, like what was I saying there? What was I saying there? Oh yeah, like strength profiles of muscles. There's the internal moment arm is something you've got to consider too, which is basically how much leverage that muscle's got inside of the body over the joint that's moving around. I feel like we've took this into something really, really complicated.
I can hear that dog now.
What's that?
You said it. I can hear that dog now. You said it.
Ah, fuck's sake. I might shut my window. Quiet it down.
Else's dog?
What's that?
Is it someone else's dog?
Yeah, it's my neighbour's dog. Their dog's they're fucking loud, man. I hope my neighbour doesn't listen to this. Well, I'm sure he's pretty aware. He probably hears them too.
Yeah, well, just tell him to get his dog to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well, that's probably good enough. Yeah. I mean, my cat's quite noisy, so my dog's quiet, but my cat's quite noisy.
Your cat's noisy.
Yeah, my cat's a wee dick, to be fair. Like, she disappears for like 2 weeks at a time and comes back and then just sits in the window and meows constantly. And then you let her in, she eats a little bit of food, then she meows to get out, and then she goes out, and then she sits at the window and meows to get back in, but doesn't come back in. And you're like, well, look, I can't help you if you're not going to help yourself.
Brilliant.
Cats are fucking dicks, man. I know you like them, but they're fucking dicks.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna end up getting a cat for the apartment. I think probably end up getting like a Maine Coon.
I'll give you one.
I've already got one of my mum's, but there's no way I'm gonna let him out round here.
Yeah, you've got that busy road in front of you, don't you?
Yeah, that's it.
This has covered a lot of different stuff, eh? Football, length tension relationship, poorly described, and then now we're on to animals and living environments.
That's it, yeah. So where can we go next? What's a totally another random fucking subject? Oh, next podcast anyway, we're gonna have a guest, aren't we? So it should be Ryan Mackins.
And people are like, yes, Ryan Mackins. No offense, Ryan.
Yeah, aka Mr. Universe.
Whoa, there he goes.
That's it. So he won PCA Universe bodybuilding last year. Was it 2022?
And did his partner not win Miss Universe?
Yeah, she won that. She won the bikini one as well.
Yeah. So it's Mr. and Mrs. Universe. We should actually had them both on, really. But anyway, but what was I going to say? Like, see, when I say partner, I feel like it sounds as if like someone's like gay or lesbian. Like, I only ever use that term when someone's like gay or lesbian. Would you ever get that? Like, I mean, when you've got a client nowadays and you're like, it's a new client and you're just being a little bit like, kind of like, oh, how's your partner finding this? Was that?
Politically correct.
Yeah, you're scared to say now because like I've said it like 2 or 3 times. I've said the wrong thing. I don't want to say it again. I don't want to offend anyone. Probably just have.
Yeah, it's an awkward one. Yeah, you can't assume things these days, especially someone's gender. Even though they might look male, they might not be. Or they might be a toast. I don't fucking know.
Remember, this is on YouTube, and the people can see us. We could just claim that this was voiced over. We never said that. That was voiced over.
What do you mean? That's a perfectly okay thing to say.
No, people get really offended quite easily now. In fact, they're offended.
You're listening to this and you're getting offended.
I'm actually quite offended at that skeleton in the background of your camera because like that just suggests that we're all built like that when we're not. I personally don't feel like I'm built like that.
That's terrible. I know.
I don't feel like my radius has actually just fallen off like that.
Yeah, and what about the people who've only got one arm? This has got two.
Exactly. Inconsiderate bastards. Do you see what's called Juade from M10 put up a good post today? It's like personal trainers that do workout of the day. It's like doctors doing medicine of the day.
Yeah, that's brilliant, that isn't it? Yeah, it was awesome.
It was a good one, to be fair. Like that's something worth talking about because I see a lot of this shit. Like I actually just followed some guy on Instagram just so that I am like because I don't know what a lot of people are putting out there. A lot of the people I follow, they're in the same kind of like echo tunnel as us. They're doing like the exercise mechanics stuff, or they're well educated kind of coaches. But so I followed this guy. I'm just trying to find him just to see like what shit people are putting out there. How do you see who you're following? Fuck's sake, why is it not coming up like with the most recent person you followed? Just comes up with like Dane McGregor as the first person for me. I must like his page a lot.
it doesn't come up with it doesn't do that anymore. Because do you remember when you used to like follow people and unfollow them or whatever?
People used to do that for likes. They probably not like sorry for followers. They probably still do. To be fair, do you ever get that?
That's
Like,
why they got rid of it, I think.
do you get that when someone follows you
I
though?
still get that.
Yeah, and then they unfollow you
Yeah,
like 5 days later. You're like, well, fuck you. I can't find this guy, but basically he was like, do these 3 exercises for a V taper, or do these 4 exercises from home to get muscle mass in just 90 days. Just like pure shit. Just
how,
absolute shit.
how can you guarantee that outcome?
So yeah, I know, but it's like again, it's like what Drew said. It's like you wouldn't get a fucking doctor putting up a status saying medicine of the day. Here's my top 3 medicines. Try them out. Like, come on to fuck. Like, and exercise is kind of like that too. Although, I mean, you can, I suppose, make some sort of generalities. I mean, come on, it's just
I think
bullshit.
I think you can go a little bit too far to it. I mean, like there's the guy, what's he called? Um, okay, he's done RTS, done loads about. He's in the States. Iron Education, is it that? What's he called? Let me find him 1 second.
I have no idea. This guy I'm talking about, you go into his bio and it says DM me the word ready for access to my app. And I'm
Uh,
not being funny, but if someone has an app, that's a fucking red flag. Like there's got to be like there will be one or two out there that's got an app that is okay. But if they've got an app, it's a red flag because it screams out to me generalized training program, generalized fucking meal plan, generalized fucking everything. It's just like
oh, Joe Bennett's got an app,
there you go, fucking scumbag.
and I think there's some generalized things on there, but he does give it context, and he is a really fucking smart guy. So
Yeah, Joe Bennett is if you want to follow someone that's really great with fitness content, follow CM under dash Physique Factory, JT under dash Physique Factory, but then follow Joe Bennett, the hypertrophy coach, because he's the fucking man. Like the way
he is.
he explains the things that we learn that are like actually quite complicated, and sometimes like the line tension relationship that me and you're sitting thinking, how do we actually explain that simply? Joe Bennett's probably already done it because he
He'd
had.
break it down, and it's so simple, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's really good with that stuff. Like I like see if I've got nothing to watch on TV, that's what's going on. Because like although it's a lot of stuff I know, I love to see the way he explains it. Because a lot of the stuff he puts up is recycled RTS stuff, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, it's all recycled. It's all come from RTS. Even the stuff that Ben Yanis puts out there. So we've had him on the podcast. That's all regurgitated from RTS. But
Yeah.
everything, even the Kasim stuff is. To be fair,
Yeah,
he's got a bit.
he's put a lot of his own spin on it though, to be fair. Different stuff,
Yeah,
hasn't he? Like
yeah. I've
whether
got
that's good or bad.
no. I've got off him a little bit.
I don't read his posts because he puts these posts up and it's got so much fucking writing on it and it's so information heavy that I'm like, see if I'm not interested in it, then you're gonna have a hard time getting a lot of people interested in it. Because I fucking like me and you're quite geeky with this shit, but like if I'm not interested in reading your postcast, then not many people are gonna be interested. So dumb it down.
the F1 stuff. There probably is some bits that you could take from it, but I don't know.
I don't think they're the worst out there. They're definitely not the worst out there by any
Oh
means.
no.
But I've not done any of their courses, so like I
Yeah, I
can't
can't really
really say
say
that. But yeah, a lot of it comes from Tom, doesn't it? Like a lot of the stuff we say is recycled from Tom Purvis, RTS, Michael Goulden, all these guys.
it.
That's the way the world works. So I mean, we learn from others, don't we? But like that's for us, that's like where a lot of the stuff comes from. But once you start to learn about the stuff and the way Tom teaches it is like you almost have this new set of eyes, and it's like you can figure it out. Like that's what I love about the biomechanics stuff. It's like a client asks you a question about an
Process.
exercise. What's that?
When it's a thought process. When I
Yeah.
first started learning exercise mechanics, I thought it was just all in the book. Oh yeah, that's the answer for that. That's the answer for this. There's so much more to it. Like you can't just go in and think, right, this is a set routine that you need to go through. Everything's choreographed. You're with a client, so it's not like that. Oh, there's just sort of a bit of a thought process that you need to have with a client, but you just need to think, and they come in with the answers.
Yeah. Do you remember like being a PT back in the day and like before you were introduced to all that stuff and you do an exercise, I don't know, let's say, I don't know, leg press, right? someone's hips are lifting on the leg press, their lower back's rounded, and they're like, oh, this really hurts my lower back. And then you're like, all right. And you almost don't know what to do. It's like, well, this is the workout I do myself. This is what every other client does. So it's like, why can't you do it? Or like
That's
the
it.
squat, a squat would be a better example. Like they can't really fold up into a squat properly. They can't squat ass to grass. And it's just like,
Exactly.
I don't
You know
know.
what? Or maybe an RDL. I've got someone into the gym, and first session I was doing an RDL with them, not skilled at all, never lifted a weight at all.
Great
And
place to start, James.
this is like probably the first like couple of months of me PTing. And so anyway, I coached him and thought, you know what? I've spent about 20 minutes now and they've still not got this fucking RDL. I was like, why can't they just get it? And all you got to do is do this with your back, do this with your hips, and you should be able to do it. Anyway, I was getting a bit annoyed with him and I was like, why can't they do it? And then as soon as you start learning all this stuff, then you reveal it. You just think, oh, it's the skill sort of
Yeah.
component. So,
And all you've got to do is move certain joints, but keep certain joints still. I mean, how that's fucking simple. I know you've never lifted in your life, but how can't you do that? You are a failure of a person.
the coordination required for that is like you got to build. So say if someone was maybe had a background in sports or anything like that, and they had a lot of coordination from something which
Yeah.
sort of transferred over, then maybe they'd be able to do it. But if you're starting someone who's never played any sports, never lifted any weights, throw them in the deep end into an RDL, then it's probably not a good idea.
Not many people have body awareness when they first start training, do they?
Oh no, they have no idea how to control the body.
Yeah. Well, how do you find it with online clients? Like, do you get a lot of form assessments through from online clients?
That's the only thing you can do. Form assessments was like, right, take a video of this, send it over, and we'll see how you're doing it. And you know, it's like what equipment do they have available to them? Because I've got a client and they've only got like a multi gym and a few dumbbells, and it's like, what can we do with you to like have a lot of variance in your training? You want to train 4 times a week, but I don't want to include the same exercises every session. So I was like, what can I do to make sure I can load all these joints and these ranges, all that sort of shit? Luckily, he's got no injuries or anything like that. So
And he's still not got an answer. So we're actually asking you guys, like, what can he do? Help him program. Just go
it's
to
just,
Chat
it's just doing
GPT.
he's doing 3 exercises, 10 sets, 3 times a week. So that's the answer to that.
I suppose a variance in that could be if you're doing like a single arm lat pull down, right? It could be one session you're doing it from a slightly higher angle. One session you're
Yeah.
doing it from a slightly lower angle. Like just even doing that can change it, like vary exercises. Like I mean, this gets me onto another subject of like well, kind of the same thing, but like do you change your clients' training programs very often?
When it needs to, they should change. I think again, Joe Bennett. They should change every session, so there should be progression in every session somewhat. So they technically should change every session,
Yeah.
or somehow. But I always change the plan when they've plateaued on something. I mean, I'm thereabouts, probably between 12 and 16 weeks where I would like to revamp the plan. So run a phase for like roughly around about 12 weeks. But if a client starts like plateauing on a lift, then that's when I change it. And then you can, there's multiple ways of changing something. Again, you could probably take out the exercise completely, change it for something like you said, with potentially like a different incline or something like that. Put the exercise further back in the session or change the rep ranges around.
Yeah. I mean, I like to give it at least 12 weeks. Like if someone asks for a program change before 12 weeks, I
Oh yeah,
probably politely tell them to fuck off.
exactly.
And that's not it's not being lazy on my behalf. It's like you need to give it time to work. You need to progress through those movements. Now, obviously, it's different if someone's like, I've not got the range to do an overhead barbell press. Please stop making me do it. My shoulder hurts. That's a different story. But like, obviously, like if they're just being like, oh, I want to change because I'm getting bored of doing the same program. And again, sometimes depending on the client, depending on their goals, you might just change it because they're bored. Because like if it's, I don't know, it's Susan who's in her 50s who just wants to drop a little bit of body fat, then maybe for her it's actually like, okay, yeah, we'll change it up. We'll give you a few different varieties of the same program or something like that. But if it's like someone who's serious about packing on muscle or getting shredded, it's like you're staying in the same program for a while. Slight variances, but same program. As you say though, should change every session, I suppose. That kind of makes sense.
That's it.
Should be
When I say
progressing.
that's it, it could be anything. Progression could be anything. I'm not even going to list them all because there's too many.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's it. Like people, I think people that are in between, like, intermediates at the gym sort of thing, like they're always looking for that, like, oh, I'm getting bored of doing this. But anyone that's successful at this, like, if like, think of like the best bodybuilder, for example, like bodybuilding's always a good example, because no matter what you want to achieve, if you want to gain muscle, lose body fat, well, that's fucking what bodybuilding is, right? So bodybuilders are kind of the guys to look at. I'm not saying you have to completely copy them, but like they're pros at losing body fat and gaining muscle. So like the best bodybuilder I know trains in the same gym as me, and he's done the same fucking program from the day I met him 8 years ago. Like the same thing
Wow.
every fucking week. I'm not saying there's not been slight variances. There's maybe been times where maybe, I don't know, his back's been a little sore, so he's maybe not done a certain movement or something like that. But like same shit, week in, week out, just got better at doing the same shit. And I think something for me as well is, like, when I find exercises that work for me that are well fitted to me, I will rinse them. Like I will definitely do them for as long as possible, but I will change things from time to time. Like you say, if you get stuck on something that's not really moving, there's probably not a lot of point in just like week after week disappointing yourself. Unless you're dieting, that's a different story, because I'm starting to lose strength now. Like I'm definitely starting to feel it.
Where are you losing strength? It's normally push that goes first.
Pressing, yeah, dumbbell
Yeah,
pressing.
all the time.
55s for six I was getting. And on the chest press now I'm down to, like, I done 50 for eight the other day. But what I will say is a slight excuse is, like, I trained earlier in the day, so might be something to do with that. Slight excuse though.
Potentially, and there's always little things like that that can affect it.
They start affecting you more when you're prepping. They won't affect you when you're eating a decent amount of food. So don't use that as an excuse just for everyday life. But if you're dieting, you're on not low food, but you're certainly hungry, and you're dropping body fat, then yeah, that will make a difference.
Definitely. Nick's prepping now, isn't he? Well, he's sort of prepping. He's coming
Yeah,
out.
I've seen that.
Yeah, he's going out for sushi with me next week. So that's like my last meal before actually like
You're having fucking sushi. This is something that needs covered today. Sushi is not a fucking cheap meal.
it's amazing. Sushi's
It's
fucking
good. I like it, but like you get these bodybuilders and they're like, I'm serious, on season, off season, there's no such thing. It's all just, fucking constantly prepping. I'll have one off pan meal a week. But me and the missus will go for sushi. It's like, mate, fucking calm down, live a little, get a fucking McDonald's, get over
to be
it.
fair, I do like, but I do like sushi. But when I say I do like sushi, I mean I'll eat about 10 plates of it.
Yeah.
So that's yeah, that'd be like my main. And then dessert, ice cream, cake, donuts, something like that. And then 12 weeks. No, it won't be 12 weeks, it'd be 16 weeks because it's 12 weeks for the first show and then 16 weeks. Yeah,
When
18 weeks to the last show.
when are your shows?
First one's on the 2nd of September in Wigan. And then there
Wigan.
is the finals October 15, 16.
Confident.
Of course I'm going to qualify. Fucking hell. Did you see some of the people at the universe?
have you just got to turn up, like, for that one, or is that the two bros you were saying that was?
Yeah, it's two bros. We just show up. You
PCA,
give me money, and then yeah, that's it.
PCA, what have you got to do to qualify?
Uh, Place top three.
All right, yeah, fair enough. That's good. That's good.
That's
That's the way I like to see it. I'll be hoping I'll qualify for the Britain as well, but we'll see. See, your client Brandon's out to get me in overall in Northern.
He's got something about against you. I don't know what it is.
Says me threats every day. He's like, I'm gonna fucking smash you on stage, mate. What is he? Is he a teen or a junior, Brandon?
He's only 19, so
There's a guy from our gym, Jack, who's doing the BNBF Scottish next week, or like 10 days or whenever it is. And he's very good. Very good. He's only trained.
is it two categories then, teens and juniors?
Yeah, teens goes up until you're 19. So Brandon will be a junior.
Right, cool.
When does he turn 19?
I think he turned 19 like a couple of months ago, so he's not
Yeah,
turning. I don't think he's 20 this year.
Oh, maybe he might be a teen actually. Let me just look. I'll go on the BNBF website. Is he just doing the BNBF or is he doing other shows as well?
A few, I think he's doing 2 or 3.
Yeah, but he's doing the BNBF Northern, yeah.
Yeah, that is the plan.
I might be there. We'll see. We'll see. Might do the Midlands though. That's only like 10 weeks, I think. Something like that. Maybe 11, maybe 12. Fuck knows. Try not to think about it too much. If you start thinking about like, oh, I've got so many weeks to go, and you just focus on that, that can just make things shit.
Oh yeah, definitely. It'll fuck you up that big time.
Let's just see criteria explained. Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those things. I mean, it's one of those daft things. It's not daft, but one of those things that people say they're like, focus on the process, not the like what you call it, the goal or whatever. But it is very much true. It's like just do your shit day in day out. Don't worry about how many weeks you've got to go. Just fucking follow the plan, and the results will come. If you take care of the small stuff, the big stuff takes care of itself. There's your
That's it.
motivation for the day. I can't find this, but I think he might be still a teen. I don't know. It's weird. I competed. Yeah, if you're 19 by the British finals, then it's fine. So I competed my first year. I was 19, but I was 20 by the time the British finals came round. So I was considered a junior. So yeah, he'll be a teen. But yeah, that guy from the gym, he's very good. So watch yourself, Brandon. That's all I'm saying. That's if he makes the British finals.
We'll see. We just got to get him shredded.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's it. That's
BNBF British finals are in Coventry, so that's not too far from you guys.
what date is it?
It's a good question. It's the end of September sometime.
Oh, right, cool.
It's not that far from the Northern, distance wise or date wise. Probably is quite far. What is it? What? Probably like 2 hours. It's the other side of Birmingham, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Midlands.
Yeah. Took us long enough to get to Birmingham that time, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
That was with Nick driving, to be fair. Like, granddads do drive quite slow.
Fucking loves that.
He's doing what, the Masters Olympia this year?
He's masters, yeah. Fucking hell, I can't believe he's like 60.
He looks good for his age, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he's fucking.
Jokes aside, he might actually be a master because some of them do 35 for master.
Is he 30? Yeah, he's 35, yeah. No, 36? I have no idea how old he is.
You just take the piss out of him for his age, but you don't actually know what age he is.
That's it. He is mid-30s.
Yeah, fuck that, eh? I'd hate to be that age. But yeah, so there'll be like obviously you Nick competed. There's a lot of people at your gym that compete as well, isn't there?
Yeah. Ryan competed. Mr. Mackins, he competed at the start of the year. Who else? I think Amy's competing, his girlfriend.
Are they pros then? Yeah.
PCA pros.
Yeah, yeah, oh, that's cool. It's cool. I know nothing about that side of bodybuilding. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't pay any attention to it. I barely pay attention to natural bodybuilding. I just fucking do it myself all the time.
I'm the same with it. I'm the same.
Yeah,
Unless they're around me and I know and stuff like that, then that's it.
yeah. I like going to shows though. I do like going to watch them when I get a chance. Like, I'm gutted. I'm going to miss a BNBF Scottish this weekend, and I'm quite gutted about that. Like, it's always a good show, and they always do like what they call taps off. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, everyone jumps on the stage and gets their tops off.
Mad.
I've done it a few years fat, and it's not been good.
Fucking hell.
You
Terrible.
always think you're all right, and you get in the stage light, and you're like, "Fuck, I'm not all right." You see the pictures, you're like, "Let's just delete them from memory."
It's hard to breathe and it just washes you out.
Yeah, yeah, but should be good now. Got the abs. I'm ready for action.
Coming through.
Yeah, fucking
I'm
salt.
still the same weight.
Yeah.
Isn't like back from holiday. Oh, when I left for holiday. So
What are you sitting at now?
94-ish.
94-ish.
Yeah,
what would your stage weight be? What do you reckon it'd be?
I got down to 8. I was 88 last time when I got ill. That was 4 weeks out.
That's not bad though. So what you're maybe looking at? Like, I mean, how far out were you at 4 weeks? Like, were you actually like 4 weeks out? 4 weeks out?
I was pretty lean, yeah. Like,
yeah.
really lean. So,
what are you doing? Are you going to compete in physique again?
yeah, physique and maybe like 1 or 2 classic physiques.
Go classic at least. Come on,
I'm gonna do it, but I've got the my structure just suits men's physique a little bit better.
Well, I think you'd do well in classic. You know that. I think you would do well.
My weight's all right. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, yeah, I'd go for it. You've got big arms as well, to be fair. Like, I was going to use that to sell our sell it. It's free. Our arm training guide. I was going to be like, if you want arms like James's, not like mine. James uses this program, so like, try it out. I can't really sell it with my arms.
These were big before I started lifting, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've just got no chance. If I pose them right, the tricep looks all right. All right is all I can say.
Nick, I said to Nick, do the same show as me. We'll both do classic at the same time. We'll both get on stage together. We'll do the Midlands show. So that's the week after Manchester. That's, what's that? That'll
Is
be
this you calling him out?
Yeah, well, I've not called him out. I said it'd be fun just to get on the stage.
But you're calling him out live on air now.
Yeah, exactly. So if he doesn't do it, he's scared. That's all I can say.
Scared old man.
He's scared. But to be fair, if he comes in condition and his hamstrings and his posterior shot of his legs, it's always going to beat me from there. So I was
You do always get that like old guy condition though, don't you?
Fucking hell, you're giving it him tonight, aren't you?
But like, no, like being serious, like he's trained for a lot longer than you. Like, so the maturity, it does make a difference.
Yeah. I think it's the hard life that he's had. Well, he had a hard 5 years anyway.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's not fair. We should get him back on to defend himself.
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool for you both to get on stage together if he's brave enough.
Yeah, he should do it. He says he's going to do a show in like 9 weeks, but I'm like, no. You're going to do one in, when will it be? It'll be 13 weeks. It'll be 15 weeks away.
Is he still renovating that house?
Yeah. Do you know, he's not even thinking, he's not even been thinking about dieting. He's getting pretty fucking lean just by like renovating a derelict's house.
Yeah, that's usually what I do to my clients. It's like, oh, you want to get lean? Well, I've got this derelict house. If you renovate it for me, you'll get in great shape. And then I'll sell it.
Do you know what the big thing is at the moment? Is like that semaglutide. So many people are taking that stuff. I think the stuff that nearly killed me last year.
What kind of people?
Well, I think Nick's taking it, obviously.
Like bodybuilders, you mean?
Oh yeah, bodybuilders. Some like I don't know, some normal people as well. They're all after it. But the thing is, it's on an NHS now, so you can get it on that. And I think they're getting it in by the end of the year. It's going to be in pharmacies where you can just walk in and buy it.
So people are going to go into a pharmacy and think, oh, well, actually, I don't need to exercise or diet because I have fucking gluta, whatever it's called.
That's it. But it works. It fucking works. Made me lose 3 stone in 3 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, James nearly died, but he would have looked great in his deathbed.
That's it. And I would have been fucking shredded.
Yeah, exactly. Like, at least everyone will remember you as the skinny person.
Exactly.
Or maybe not skinny, but lean, if that's what you want. But yeah, I mean, that's just fucking like, I don't know. I don't know a lot about it, but obviously your experience with it was fucking extreme. And
I don't know what it was. I think I might give it. I don't know. I might try it. And
don't even think about it.
I don't. Should I give it a go just to be sure it was this?
This is all recorded. Like, remember, I told you not to.
That's it. So if it does fuck me up, then it was definitely that. But if it doesn't, it might have been something else.
I mean, did you overdose it? Like, did you take more?
Yeah, I did it by accident. I took it 3 times in a row rather than once a week. So I think I doubled the dose each time as well by accident because I thought I was taking something else, and there's all these peptides in front of me, and my brain was fucked because it was a prep, and it was only like fucking 4 weeks out, and then yeah.
See, this is why you stay natural. Like the only thing I've done that's like harmful, like not even harmful. The only thing I've done like that is like I accidentally took my multivitamins twice in one day. No side effects.
Something else then. Completely thought he was going to say something else.
That's as bad as it can go when you're natty. It's like, oh shit, I took an extra multivitamin. Might die. To be fair,
don't get me started on nights out.
Too much of certain vitamins can have negative side effects. Too much of anything's not great for you, to be fair. Even Aldi's freeway orange juice.
Oh, it's amazing. It's actually not Aldi, it is Lidl.
Oh, I thought that was Aldi. What's the Aldi one called?
No idea.
No, they do a Fanta knockoff as well, to be fair.
It's Fanta or something like that.
Yeah. I tried the Pepsi Max knockoffs, the ZX Cola, and it's pretty shit, to be honest.
Professor Pepe.
No, I've not tried that.
It is brilliant.
I need to try that.
You know what's good? Getting back onto cheat meals again. Lidl cookies, Lidl bakery. Oh my god. Go in Saturday morning where they've just been cooked and they're still a little bit warm. Get them. Oh, fucking hell.
I can back that up. They are pretty damn good, to be fair.
They're really good. They're like 39p for a cookie. And I was like, damn right, I'm getting about fucking 10 of them.
But they're good, but not macro friendly.
Oh, they're not nothing in there. It's macro friendly. Some pickles today in there for, I like pickles because I like having them with my mince and things like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I looked on it because they always check just in case. And they put oil in the water, and I was like, why'd they put oil in it? It's just vinegar and pickles. Why have you put added vinegar into it?
Something to watch out for that, though.
100 calories or 100 grams of pickles. I'm like, what the fuck? What? You just fucking ruined it.
What about gherkins? Are you into that?
Well, that's what they are, pickles. basically.
I thought you meant like pickled onions.
No. Pickles or gherkins, basically. That's
All right.
what.
I'm thinking pickled onions. Yeah, I like gherkins. Gherkins are good.
Yeah, they are good, aren't they?
Yeah, but
Gherkins.
I would
I like.
sometimes have them on a diet on top of like fucking salady stuff, and I'm thinking shit.
There's hardly any calories in them. There's literally
Yeah,
nothing in
but if
them.
there's oil in them,
Exactly, no, that's it. Because all it is a cucumber that's been pickled.
yeah. Jalapenos as well, by the way. They're
Oh,
great on diet.
yeah, good.
Just get them right on top of the chicken and a load of hot sauce. Like my tolerance for hot sauce is through the roof right now because like the minute you start dieting and you actually start getting hungry, like there's nothing tastes better than just like chicken with a bit of hot sauce on it. Fucking unbelievable.
I can't handle the heat with things like that. It's
So
just
a bit of sriracha, right, and then a bit of like American mustard put over that, some jalapenos. Oh man,
sriracha and American mustard. That is the one.
yeah, that's good.
Because
That's a good
mustard
mix.
isn't it's hot, but it's not like spicy, is it?
Sriracha's kind of like garlicky as well, isn't it?
Mm.
But you ever tried what was it? Tabasco? You had that?
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, I
That
mean
can
it's
be
not.
hotter depending on which one you get.
I didn't think it was too bad when I tried that.
We've maybe never had enough, James. I remember I think I bought one like an extra hot one once, but I didn't realize it was extra hot. Fucking put it all over some chicken and rice, and that was an experience. I was so hungry though that I was like, I need to eat this. But it was a tough experience. But yeah, prepping will do that to you. Getting hungry will do that to you. Well, will we wrap this up, this very unvalue packed podcast, and go watch the Europa League final?
Oh yeah, it's kicking off in literally 4 minutes.
Yes.
Get on that.
Go watch Sevilla beat Jose Mourinho's fucking Roma team. I do like the Italian teams, though. I've got a soft spot for every
Yeah,
team in Italy.
hopefully the Italian team takes the Champions League this season.
Yeah, I would like to see that, to be fair. I would like to see Inter. I love an underdog, but
I might buy an Inter Milan top just for that occasion.
just said I love an underdog, and I realise how ironic that is when I support Celtic that like win the league almost every season.
Well, it is a farmers league, but
Yeah, but I obviously don't like the underdog that much, or I'd support someone else.
what like fucking who else like?
My local team, St Johnston.
Oh, is that how far away is that from you?
20 minutes. They're in Perth.
And you got things like what is it, Queen of the South, and random
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah, they're not near me. They're like Dumfries. They're like down at the borders.
No, are they?
Yeah. They're Stirling Albion. They're probably about 20 minutes from me as well.
Right.
They're like fucking League Two or something.
Yeah, we've got Rochdale who's been they got relegated to the conference from
Brilliant.
League Two.
Wow.
So yeah, we had Derry as well, and they just like they went into liquidation and not even a thing anymore. So
I actually I took Berry to the Premier League once on FIFA.
oh nice,
Way back.
For you anyway.
Was that?
What a random team for you that is.
Yeah, it was just a random English team in League Two, so took them to Premier League. Right now I'm having a successful season with Empoli and in Serie A. We're actually we're sitting second. We've had a bad run of games recently, but we're looking good. We just got promoted. I mean, this is FIFA 20, so Empoli weren't even in Serie A back then. They were in Serie B. So got promoted. First season in Serie A. We're sitting second right now. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're into the semis of the Europa League as well.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
I had to put FIFA in the bin the other week just because it was stopping me from stopping me from doing work and all that sort of shit. It was just distracting me, and I was getting really fucking angry at it because I play a lot of Ultimate Team and I was spending some money on it. And to stop all three of those happening, I literally just went outside and put it in the bin.
So you mean when I'm messaging you saying, James, can you do this? Can we get on for a podcast? You're just like, fuck, there's Connor. I'm sitting playing FIFA.
It's like crack. That game, it was like crack because just no wonder it's banned in some countries because
Bex is like, James, your phone's ringing. You're like, what? I can't hear anything. I've got my headset on.
£300 on packs. What the fuck?
Okay, yeah. Shit. Yeah, fuck that. I used to do that when I was younger, but not to that amount.
So I
didn't have £300 back then.
But yeah, and the players are just getting really overpowered on it on the Ultimate Team because they're doing all these team of the season sort of things. And you're getting players in like League Two who've got rated 94 and things. I'm like, what the fuck? That's better than my fucking like.
Yeah, it's getting a bit silly, isn't it? But like them and like GTA, make more money off the online aspect than they ever have off selling any of the fucking like actual discs.
And it's been out for like 10 years now, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But right, let's wrap this up because we are just chatting shit. But if you enjoy listening to us chat shit, well, tune in again next week. Obviously, we've got our guest coming on, hopefully in the next week. So the next episode will hopefully be with Mr. Ryan Mackins, Mr. Universe himself. So who wouldn't want to fucking listen to Mr. Universe? So get on and listen to that. And we actually have another guest lined up as well. I just don't know when he's coming on. That give it away. It's a he. It's a he. We've never had a female guest, have we?
Oh no, we'll have to come think of a few anyway.
Yeah, I mean, who could we invite on? Like, what you call Barack Obama's wife? Michelle Obama. You can invite her. Or what you call that one that everyone says is a paedophile? Ellen DeGeneres. We could get her on to discuss that.
The one with the short hair. Oh, we could get Phil Schofield on.
Yeah, Phil Schofield. Tell us more about your relationship with that young lad. Was he well trained? How was his physique?
Let's end this podcast.
Yeah, let's cut this one early.
Right, guys. Catch you later.
And well done if you listen to that whole thing.